please just let me know if in fact they have been cashed, as Ezra has communicated this morning that they have. But of course, my reports are saying otherwise. Period.
Alrighty, we are live, and today we are doing a wash and go on natural hair. Her texture is about 4B if you're into that. Um, so the biggest thing with the wash and go is the moisture. Let me fill up my bottle because I need some water while we're coming on in. Got my rose water. Let me fill my water bottle up. All righty. Thank y'all for joining me this good morning. We're doing a wash and go for me here. And I am Jamie from Curly Girl Coach Salon and Education Center, where it is our goal and our mission to help people with naturally curly hair learn to care for it and reach their hair goals. So here we are. Um, we are straight out of the shampoo bowl. So we shampooed and reconditioned using Design Essentials. Our first shampoo was Design Essentials peppermint aloe. Then our second shampoo was Design Essentials honey cream because we wanted to get that moisture. This is the name of the game: moisture, moisture, moisture. And with that, we're going to start with the hi. Thanks for joining. With that, we're going to start with the LOC method. LCO today. The L is for leave-in, and we're going to use Amore Color 20X leave-in conditioner. So this is our spray leave-in conditioner. You always want to start this product with a spray leave-in conditioner. It is going to help with hydration. Products that have that are water-based are going to help in hydration. This one is a great one because it's also going to help give the hair some slip for detangling. I know y'all see me keep spraying, but I am a more is more kind of girl. Okay. What we'll also be using for hydration today to refresh is Influence Rose Water. You'll see me use that some more. And then our cream moisturizer, that is the C in the LCO. We're going to use Influence Shea Butter Moisture Lock. Y'all, this is my favorite product. I mean, of all times. This is a new bottle, so I gotta open it. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in this morning. So Influence Moisture Lock, I'm telling you, it is the ultimate cream moisturizer. Y'all see how thick that is? So a cream moisturizer is going to help just what we said, moisturize the hair. Y'all see how thick that is? Now, all these products that I'm telling you about, they can be found on my website at curlygirlcoach.com. and click on products. But the ultimate cream moisturizer, my favorite of any line, is definitely going to be Influence Moisture Lock. So remember, we're doing the LCO method. The L was the spray leave-in conditioner. Then our C is our cream moisturizer. And you'll even see before we get to the actual product that it's going to start moisturizing her hair. We're going to start seeing her curls pop a little bit more. Now, even though I am a more is more kind of girl, you still want to make sure during this process that the hair is nice and coated, right? So using the LCO method is going to help you use less styling products. It's going to help your hair stay moisturized for the duration of your wash and go or whatever natural style you are wearing. Now, if I need to apply more during the styling process, I will do that. So we got the LCO method, the spray leave-in, the cream moisturizer, and O is for the oil. The oil is going to seal all that moisture in. We're going to use Design Essentials, Tea Tree Aloe. I also like the Lavender Marula, but we got some good oil in our hands, and we're just going to scrunch it through. The oil is going to help seal in all of that moisture. It's going to help her hair stay moisturized. And sometimes when people are doing wash and goes or different natural styles, you just go straight in with your mousse or straight in with your styling product. That is a big no-no, because you're going to find that your hair is going to be crunchier than you want it to be. It's not going to stay moisturized as long as you want it to. But by using the LCO method first, it's definitely going to help the hair to hold the style. So here we are. We've got our LCO method. We have not even detangled. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in. So go ahead and double tap that screen for me while y'all are in here. Go ahead and double tap that screen and like this live. I do go live a couple times a week, and I do post every day. So hit that subscribe button for me. So from here, what we're going to do is just part the hair off. You notice I have not detangled yet, but I will be detangling in sections. She's going to wear, you want a side part or middle part?
Side part.
You got it. Is it this side or that side?
Other side.
Other side. Got it. So we're going to wear a side part on the other side. So because we're wearing the side part, I'm going to go ahead and part the hair where the part will be. If you've been for one of my blowout videos, you know the first thing I do after I spray is I go ahead and detangle. That's not going to happen quite the same way. We are going to detangle sections, but first we're just going to put the hair where we want it. We'll part it off from ear to ear. Now the part doesn't have to be straight because there is no part in this style, right? It's all going to be down. So I'm just going to kind of part the hair where it wants to. And then we got this section. We will detangle it once we get to it, but I'm just going to use a clip and put the clip over. If y'all have any questions, please do not hesitate, or any hair questions really, don't hesitate to ask me in the comments. So now we're just parting off the other section. So I always go from ear to ear on the part, whether that's the middle or the side. And then I'm going to part her from ear to ear across the back. And this just helps to be able to use the hair or style the hair in sections rather than trying to do the whole thing. So this is our bottom section. And then even from here, we're going to section it off again. So we're going to work with this first section. In working with this section, now we are going to use our styling product. I think let's use the gelée. Okay, we are going to use the Coconut Manoy Curl Defining Gelée. Okay. All right. So the Curl Defining Gelée is a gel based, as you see. And we are going to go ahead and part this section off. Well, before we do that, let's give it a good spray. Because the biggest thing is you want the hair to be moisturized, right? And you want the hair to be very wet. This is our rose water. So let's spray our rose water. Before we put our product on, we want to make sure the hair is heavily saturated. The fragrance is amazing. Where's my comb? I do have it. So let's detangle this section. So I'm going to detangle this section, holding the ends and going up to the roots. Now, I don't always detangle the section first. Usually, I pop the curls while I'm detangling at the same time. But we recently found, because of the density of her hair, that detangling each section first just makes the process so much easier. Let's stand over here when we're popping her curls. I know it's called a wash and go, but y'all, it's so much more than that. You gotta wash, apply some product, pray, style a little bit, and then hopefully, once you do all that, then you can go. So yes, now we have this section detangled. What is the best product to use for hair growth? I have C34 hair. I have hair loss at the temples from tight braiding. Okay, so hair loss from tight braiding is called traction alopecia. Okay, it's called traction alopecia. And that comes from tight braids or tight ponytails around the edges. And hopefully you've caught this before it's gotten too severe. So what you want to do, there is a product, Design Essentials Biotin and Black Castor Oil. Her hair is beautiful. Thank you. Biotin and Black Castor Oil. It's an edge oil. And what you're going to do is you are going to put it on your edges, just a drop, every day, and massage for about 5 minutes. So let me tell you what massaging does. Massaging is going to increase blood flow to the hair follicles, and it's going to, but if you continue to do that massaging every day, it is going to help with that hair regrowth. So now, I hope that helps. So now, we're going to use the Coconut and Manoy Curl Defining Gel. So, y'all see that? Emulsify and put it on the hair. If the hair is not wet enough, you're going to use way too much product. So I have my water bottle. We're going to spray. And then my handy dandy brush. So I like to use this brush. Y'all see those curls just forming? And then Once it starts to curl clumping, we just comb it through until you start seeing those curls together. Y'all see that? And then drop it. Can you hold the bottle up again so you can screenshot it? Absolutely. So I have two different ones that are really good. This is the Influence Growth Cream. You can find that on my website. You can go ahead and screenshot. Okay. The other one is the Design Essentials Biotin Black Castor Oil. It's an edge growth oil. Okay. Both of those should be on my website at curlyyourcoach.com. So let's get to the next section. Of course, remember the first step is to make sure it is heavily saturated. This is just water, but we're also going to spray a little rose water, and that's going to help with hydration. But even after we have sprayed, done our LCO method, we still need to make sure that the hair is very saturated. Now I'm putting on my coconut and manoi gelée, and then my detangling brush. The detangling brush does have a back to it, but I clean my brushes so often, and when I soak them in my cleaning solution, water gets in between. So because of that, I just don't put them back together. But this is really a cute little pink brush, but it helps to pop those curls. But can you see the difference from here to here? And we're just brushing the hair, brushing it through. She is going to sit under the dryer. You can also diffuse, but because the hair is so wet, it's gonna take a long time to dry if you just diffuse. So if you don't have a sit under dryer, I am located in Illinois. Will I be able to find this at a local beauty supply store? That is an amazing question. I'm located in North Carolina. I'm not sure if you will be able to find the edge oil at a local beauty supply store. But I will say the Influence Growth Cream, you will not be able to find that at a local beauty supply store. It is a product that is only sold by licensed beauty professionals. So you would have to find someone who sells Influence hair care products. I do ship, so you are more than welcome to purchase on my website, and I will be happy to send it to you. Okay, so we got another section. Before we put our styling product on it, we're just going to give it a little spray of water, the rose water, and we're going to detangle the section with our wide tooth comb before we go in with the detangling brush. The detangling brush does a great job of popping curls. It also detangles well, but because she has so much density, I found that it's easy to go through with my wide tooth comb, and we just hold the top of the hair, hold her hair close to the roots. That's just so we're not causing any pain or sensitivity at the roots while we're detangling. And it makes it easier while we're going through with our curl product. I skip this step depending on how much density the person has. And actually, I skip this step on myself. I just go straight in with my detangling brush. But as you can see, she is definitely hair goals. She has a lot of density, a lot of hair on her head. And we have not detangled. So we're just going to detangle through. But you can already see the product that's on this hair right now is just from our LOC or our LCO, which is the leave-in, the cream moisturizer, and oil, and a little rose water. So that's what's on here. And then last, we'll go through with our curling product. Thanks for your attention on this matter. I'm old school and I still learn the holding of such technology. Yeah. Thank y'all so much for joining. I said I'm gonna go live this morning. Y'all are helping me reach my goals and able to learn something in the process. So I appreciate you being here. For those of you who just joined, I'm Jamie with Curly Girl Coach Salon and Education Center. Our goal is to help people with naturally curly hair learn to care for their hair and reach their hair goals. Of course, today we are doing a wash and go. My client has 4B curly hair. And the biggest thing is going to be the moisture. Good morning. Good morning. The biggest thing is going to be the moisture. So we've already done the LCO method. And now we're just going through to pop her curls. We got our next section dropped. Oh, yay. Your new go-to hair hose. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. So now let's spray this water. Because remember, you need to make sure the hair is saturated. Sometimes I say dripping Jerry curl wet. You need to make sure it has a lot of water. That is your key ingredient when you are doing a wash and go. I'll part this off over here. Unless, remember, we're using our gelée. And we'll go through, emulsify, and add our product. I got a little bit too much on my hand, so let's add some over here too. And sometimes I do mix the gelée with a little bit of mousse. And that's especially for girls that might have moisture issues. That mousse will help out. Y'all, I just love curly hair. The ability to shrink. People say the shrinkage is real, and it is. But the very cool thing is natural hair can shrink up to 30% of its length. So y'all see as I comb how long the hair is. And then once you get that curl, just let it go. And then we go to our next section. If you notice, I am just taking sections as they come, right? My first detangle was a rough detangle. Just to make sure the hair is free of most tangles. I'm clearing my throat a lot. I need some water. I didn't go live at all last week, y'all. I was sick, but I'm feeling so much better. So I appreciate y'all tuning in with me this good morning. Speaking of which, I know we got somebody in Illinois. I'm in North Carolina. Where y'all located today? Where are we tuning in from? Where are we tuning in from? Y'all talk to me. This makes the time go by. Upstate New York, tuning in from Maryland. I have for AB hair, everything I bought, Jamaican castor oil, Jamaican castor water will help stop making it dry. Oh, that's good. Tuning in from Mississippi. You know, Winston-Salem. Hey, neighbor, you're up the street. So yeah, if you find products that work, I've never used the Jamaican black castor oil. I think there's a line of that, but you know, I am a firm believer. If it works, work it. If it works, work it. I do enjoy using professional products. I believe when you do use professional products, it's a higher quality as well as the concentration. You won't have to use as much. So that is why I use the products that I do. And I'm really not into reinventing the wheel. So a lot of these products I have been using for decades. Actually, Influence I've been using since beauty school. So my tried and true products. So this little section, I can tell it's not as wet as I want it to be. So we're just gonna go and spray a little water. Which leads me to her styling while she's at home. When I have a wash and go, I just put a bonnet on my hair at night. Now, will that smash her hair? Yeah, it will. It will smash her hair. But in the morning, she'll just take that bonnet off and fluff her hair up. And for this product, gloves are not necessary at all. This is not a chemical, it's just a gel. But I do know some people that don't like their hair or their hands being wet with gel and things like that. So gloves, you can wear them if you like. For me, that is not necessary, but I do wear gloves when I am performing a chemical process, which I'm not. So let's do this other section. So if y'all have any questions, please. Oh, Greensboro. Well, hello, Greensboro. Thanks for coming in. Yep, I'm right here in Greensboro as well. But this is one of those styles, very easy to do and very easy to mess up. Right? If you don't put enough product, cancel Christmas. If you don't put enough water, cancel Christmas. But it's really just brushing the product through. And you want to make sure that you're using or you're going through with small sections, depending on the density of the person's hair. Can y'all see that difference? And then as her hair dries, it will dry in the curl shape that you see here. So if you don't see the difference, look at this hair here. And this is the hair that we have not done yet. So now let's add a little water and some rose water. We're doing the water just to keep it hydrated and rose water to up the hydration levels. Where's my little rose water? Okay. And remember, we're going to do a rough detangle with a wide tooth comb. And that's just going to make it easier for my detangling brush to slide on through. I do skip this step on some people depending on the density of their hair, but she has a lot of density, so I like to do a rough detangle first, which is funny. I'm telling y'all, I just started doing this on her, the rough detangle first. Was it last time?
Yes.
Yeah, it was last time. And I was like, it cut my time in half.
Mm-hmm.
It cut the time in half. So I'm definitely interested in continuing to learn and knowing that the same steps don't work for everybody. Sometimes you have to alter just a little bit to make things easier for yourself. So now we've detangled this side. Let's go over here. Hey, watching from Jacksonville, Florida. Hey, my in-laws are in Florida, or in Jacksonville actually. So we go to Jacksonville quite a bit. Thanks for tuning in. My lives are always really random. One day I'm going to plan them. It'll be, I'm doing a particular style that day or whenever. And I say, ooh, I think I'm going to go live. So the goal for me is to try to go live a couple times a week. But this morning, because I haven't done a live wash and go, I said, let's go ahead and go live doing this wash and go. I think I'm going to go live tomorrow morning too. I have another lady that's getting a wash and go, but she has really short hair. So it's a different process, but her hair, she's hair goals nonetheless. Okay, so now can y'all see the difference just from the pre-detangle, right? Remember, the products that are on now are the leave-in, the cream, and the oil. Now we're gonna go through with our curl gel. And the thing about these products, the curl gel, all of these things, if your hair is not curly, it's not gonna curl it, right? So you have to have curly hair to begin with. What these products are doing, it's just helping to define the curls and set them in their natural shape. So the gelée is going to give it a nice hold, but not a crunchy hold. It's not going to be crunchy. This product is actually very moisturizing, but it still has some hold to it, which I love. So to reactivate, as her hair may get frizzy over time, she's just gonna spray a little bit of rose water on it. She could do water or leave-in, but rose water helps with that hydration. The smell is amazing, and it's gonna help reactivate the product that we're putting on her hair. So for some people, maybe a wash and go might last a week or so. How long does yours last? Maybe 2?
Which part?
Your wash and go?
Oh, it lasts several weeks.
Yeah, several weeks. But it's because we're taking care to make sure all areas of her hair are coated with the product. We're popping the curl. If her scalp does get a bit itchy, she can use the Influence, what is it? The Influence rosemary spray. Yes, the rosemary spray will help detox the scalp. And she'll just keep going. But this is a great style for moisture and to keep low manipulation. Y'all see that? Now, of course, she's gonna sit under the dryer until it's dry. And that part is so essential because how the curls dry is how they will set. So if you are someone who likes to wear wash and go or likes to wear a natural style, even two-strand twist, you want to make sure that the hair dries completely before you lay on it, because if the hair sets smushed, it doesn't bounce back, right? So she's going to sit under the dryer probably over an hour, so y'all won't get to be here for that, but I will do a little reel for those of you who might be interested in seeing the after once it's dry. So I can post that later today, but we won't be live then. But yes, the thickness is absolutely gorgeous. Her curls are beautiful. And of course, the elongation that you see now, the hair will shrink more once it's completely dry, and the curls will pop more once it's completely dry. But personally, I like my wash and go once it's a little bit older and it gets a little bit more fluffy. But everybody's different. I think it's pretty when you start, but once it gets bigger, that's it for me. And you see, the hair is just going to naturally clump and separate in its own curls. And that's what you want. That's what you want while you're doing your wash and go. Thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all go ahead and double tap the screen for me. We got 292 people in the live this morning. So go ahead and hit that like button for me. Okay, so now let's do this side. This is the short side, or less hair on this side rather. I always have to hold my bottles with two hands. What about the product residue? There will be no product residue. This will actually dry clear. I'm glad you asked about that. So because I've used so many products on the hair already, we use the leave-in, we use the cream moisturizer, we use the oil. This was our LCO, right? And then after that, we still been spraying rose water on the hair. And then we're using the coconut and Manoy curl defining gel. Because we're using so many products, you want to make sure that your products play well together, right? How do you know that they don't? How do you know that they don't? You put them on your hand first. I've used this combination so many times, I know that it's fine. But if you're starting out and you're trying to do the LCO method and you're trying to see a product that works well for you, you just put it on the back of your hand first. Meaning you're gonna put a little bit on the back of your hand and then add whatever other product. Add the product to the back of your hand first. If it goes clear, then you know that it plays well in the hair, right? If it starts to clump up, y'all, you see it looks like lotion now. If the product starts to clump up, do not put it in your hair together because it won't dry clear and it will have clumps in your hair. So I hope that helps. But you do see a white cast now. It does not dry that way though. So I'm so glad you asked that question. But no, these products play very well together. There will be no product residue. And I'll make sure that today I will take a video of her hair after it's dry and I'll post it as one of my shorts, or I'll put it in my community page. So make sure y'all hit that subscribe button so you can see the after once it's all the way dry. Because of course right now you're only going to see the process of styling because she'll be under the dryer for an hour, if not more. to get all the moisture out. Now, if it's a warm day like today, she could absolutely just air dry. But sometimes, well, all the time, air drying is going to take even longer than sitting under the dryer. So when I do my wash and go, I always sit under the dryer because my hair takes so long to dry. And especially with the amount of product in the hair. So if you're someone that your curls need a little bit more encouragement, that is, maybe the curls are looser in certain areas than the others, due to straightening or just having a looser curl pattern, I just take the hair and put it around my finger, holding the roots to help encourage those curls. Yep. So let's detangle this section. I appreciate y'all rocking with me this morning. I appreciate it. And for those of you who are just coming on in, I am Jamie with Curly Girl Coach Salon and Education Center, where it is our goal and mission to help people with naturally curly hair learn to care for their hair and to reach their hair goals. So please go ahead and subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends, your enemies, your neighbors, whomever else. I do post every day, and I go live a couple times a week. So I appreciate y'all being here with me. And if you have any questions, please ask me in the comments. I love answering questions for folks while I'm working. I very rarely have people from Greensboro in my live. I'm so excited, and Winston, because I'm actually located in Greensboro. So that's very rare that I have folks in Greensboro on live with me. So of course, we're just gliding that brush through until curl clumping starts. And curl clumping is just that, clumps of curls. Y'all see that? And then drop it. Beautiful hair. Thank you so much. She does. She's hair goals. And I'm telling you, once it's dry, I mean, it's pretty now, right? But once it is dry, curls popping. So I was like, oh yeah, she's a perfect person to do a wash and go on. And if you notice, if my brush gets stuck at all, I don't force it through. I just take it out and do it again until the brush glides through and until we get that curl clumping that we want. Just like that. That separation, that gives you a nice wash and go once you get that separation. Last piece on this side. But I'm telling you, once I started pre-detangling for her, it changed the game up. I'm talking about cut the time in half. It cut the time in half. So if you're doing this on yourself, take your time, use small sections, and make sure the hair is heavily hydrated, meaning a lot of water, dripping Jerry curl wet. Okay, so we see this section. I appreciate you. Can too much product on the hair damage the hair? Great question. I appreciate you too and your question. Can too much product damage the hair? No. No, these are just styling products. These are not chemicals. It doesn't matter how much I use. What's really gonna happen if you use too much product, you'll just see it coming out on the brush. You'll just see it coming out on the brush, or just extra product on your hands or on your towel, things like that. But once you see the product being absorbed into the hair, you know you didn't use too much. And more than likely, with a style like this, you're probably not using enough. When can it be too much? Maybe if it was a chemical. Maybe it was a chemical. Another time that you know that you're using too much product, if your hair is too weighed down. When you are doing some sort of blowout, too much oil on the hair, that can cause it to be weighed down. Or too much serum, that could cause it to be weighed down, but not really damaged, right? Not really damaged, but you just might not get the look that you want. In this case, because of the thickness and the density of her hair, too much is not even a thing here. But I do have some clients with finer hair or maybe less density. And if I put the same amount of product, we wouldn't get the fluffiness. It would just kind of be more weighed down. So I hope that helps. Y'all have a good angle. Can y'all see? I hope so. Oh, let's go this way. Y'all can already see her curls are popping. Let me go to this side. That might help. Oh, y'all, my stomach is growling. It's about lunchtime. Okay. We are going to split that in half. And it's not as wet at the roots as I want it to be. So we're going to give it a little spray of our rose water. Add our curl gel. And then just use our brush to glide on through. Just like that. And she's not losing very much hair at all. Now remember, in the places where the hair is not as curly, I'm just gonna go around my fingers. And you can do this through your whole head if you want more curl definition. And I think I have a video on YouTube where I went through and shingled my whole head, meaning I just put it around. Okay, let's see, we got some questions. How much product, how much time I take, it's the moment I touch the curls, it frizzes. Okay, no matter how much product, how much time, it still frizzes the moment that you fluff it. Okay, I get it. You're experiencing a lot of frizz. So this is the thing. You don't touch it till it's dry. You don't touch it till it's dry. So, of course, I'm putting the product on. Then I'm taking my curl detangling brush and I'm going through, popping the curls on the ends, letting the curl clumping start. I think I'm gonna separate that. Yep, letting that curl clump start. And once the hair is clumped, once the curls are to my desired likeness, I drop it and I don't touch it. So that's one thing you can do, is just don't touch your hair until it's dry. Number two, maybe the product that you're using does not have enough hold. So if maybe you need something with a stronger hold, and that would help once it dries to not get frizzy. And you don't want to fluff until the hair is 100% dry. So I hope that helps. Oh, we got to detangle this last section up here. Y'all, 50 minutes for wash and go. Y'all, it was taking so much longer. Get some water for her. Doesn't always take this amount of time, but for her, you see all the hair that she has. So yes, it was. Okay, let's put that over here. I don't know if y'all can hear my stomach growling, but it is telling all my business. So we're gonna detangle this section. And for the person that was saying their hair frizzes, do you use the LCO method before you do your wash and go? If you're still here, Ebony? But if you don't use the LCO method, that's another thing that you can incorporate. Oh, what I have not told y'all too is in my bio, I have some giveaways. I have some freebies. So if you go to the link in my bio, I have some free downloads. So you can definitely take advantage of those. So now that we've detangled, you're cooking beef bacon right now. I don't know if you put that in the right group. Since you tried beef bacon, you don't buy pork bacon anymore. It's delicious. Well, I'm so glad you like it. All right. So we're going to put that product on. I'm going to split this in half. Well, not pop these curls just because she's got a lot of density here. And it's going to help me be able to get through the section easier. Make sure the hair is coated very well. As I glide the product through. Now, for those people who don't want as tight of a curl, I don't use a detangling brush. Sometimes I just go through with my fingers for a more fluffy curl. But in this case, we are using the detangling brush, and it gives her a nice defined curl. So y'all be wrapping up. So if y'all have questions, go ahead and ask me in the comments, because I want to make sure I get all your questions answered by the end of this live. And of course, you can always rewatch anything that you missed. Look at that. So pretty. I think this is the last section that I've actually detangled. So as I'm wrapping up, I want to go over the steps again. Okay? We shampooed and conditioned. Of course, starting on clean hair is key. So we first shampooed with Design Essentials. What do we use? Design Essentials Peppermint Aloe. It's a great stimulating shampoo. Please let your client know I appreciate her patience and all the info, yeah, that you're putting in for. They appreciate your patience, and I do too. So
You're
first,
very welcome.
she said you are very welcome. So yeah, first we shampooed. We started on clean hair. We used Design Essentials Stimulating Peppermint Aloe. It's a wonderful stimulating shampoo. It helps to detox the scalp, and because it has aloe in it, it's going to provide some good slip. If you've ever used a stimulating shampoo and it left your hair dry and brittle, I'm there too, but this one does not, which is why it is my favorite. Then we went in with Design Essentials Honey Cream. It is a moisture retention shampoo. So after we used our honey cream shampoo, we conditioned. We did not do a deep conditioner today. We just conditioned with Design Essentials Almond Butter Conditioner. Very thick, hydrating, moisturizing conditioner, but I still do let it sit for just a second before I rinse. After we did that, then we came on back to the chair where we did the LCO method. Remember, the L stands for leave-in conditioner. We used a spray leave-in, and that was Amore Color 20X leave-in conditioner. Then we went in with our cream moisturizer that was Influence Moisture Lock, my absolute favorite. And then we used Design Essentials Tension Oil. That's the tea tree and aloe oil. That's the one we use. And then we started popping the curls, right? Once we sectioned the hair off, I detangled each section, and then we're popping the curls using, what are we using? Design Essentials Coconut and Manoi Gelée. And that's it. We're gonna finish her off with a little spray of oil, and then she's going to sit under the dryer until her hair is completely dry. All the products that I'm using today and that I have used are on my website at curlygirlcoach.com. Also, there is a moisture bundle. So it's the LOC or LCO method products as well as a mousse, which is this mousse. Okay. So the last thing that we're going to do is gently scrunch the hair. Gently scrunch the hair. Now, scrunching just helps to encourage the curls. If you're someone who deals with frizz, skip the step. Yep, skip it. But scrunching the hair lightly is just going to help you encourage her curls. She is going to sit under the dryer until her hair is 1000% dry. That's the key for long-lasting wash and go. But I appreciate y'all being here with me this morning. Remember, I am Jamie from Curly Girl Coach. I'm just adding a little gelée around her edges. But I'm Jamie from Curly Girl Coach. And it is our goal and our mission to help people with naturally curly hair learn to care for their curls and reach their hair goals. So I hope you have learned something today. Please like the screen, double tap. You can subscribe. I do post every day, and I go live a couple times a week. So it has been an absolute pleasure here with you today. And I hope you have a fabulous day and weekend. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. And y'all, I'm going to post her hair once it's dry in my community. Okay. That is gorgeous while she's trying. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, y'all have a good day. Bye-bye.